So welcome to Challenge the Road. First impressions of this Ford van, Transit Custom MSRT. Now, you're probably thinking I would have traded it in by now, back in the Range Rover, but it hasn't happened. I'm still in the van, and actually I'm quite enjoying it. And we go through some of the reasons why, some of the things that I'm not happy with, all the things I am happy with. So let's just start with the first few days, and this is why I've taken a little while to do a video, because I wanted to drive it for a couple of weeks really. Now, I struggled a little bit with the ride and the comfort of it, and also how it was driving, and it's got very wide front tyres on this because they're very big alloys. So what I did, done some checks, and the tyres were 58 pressure. Now I think they recommend 58 front, 53 rear. So I thought if I lower them, it'd give me a bit more comfort and might take the edge off the steering. So I did. I set them all at 45. Massive difference. Really happy with the ride now. Still a bit bumpy at points, but the roads are so bad in England, aren't they? It's just pothole. So yeah, it's running actually really nicely. I haven't really in any way really missed the Range Rover. I'm trying to think of what I miss. I do miss sometimes when it had the hybrid in the electric, that it was very, very smooth. The gearbox on this isn't as good as the VW. I think the Transporter we've got has got a DSG. This one's not quite as good as that. I'm not sure what gearbox it is, but it's not quite as smooth as the DSG. But yeah, otherwise it's going really well. I really like it. I really like being able to talk to my daughters in the front seats. There's loads of cubby holes, and the infotainment. Let's have a talk about that, because the Range Rover I did really struggle. A lot of touch stuff. Now this, I've got everything on the steering wheel, but also this touchscreen's really easy, and it feels really safe. Like I can just press buttons here. It's absolutely fine because I can press, and I'm sort of still looking forward. The Range Rover was a lot lower and a lot more over to the left, so it's slightly different. Going back to why I changed, it's just a lifestyle choice really. I think that I've got all my golf clubs in there. I've got, there's 4 sets of clubs. I've still got to put the bike and some more fishing stuff in, but I feel like I can just go anywhere. And I've really enjoyed, I know that diesel's not the way forward or whatever, but it's still Euro 6, and these vehicles are actually, they don't pollute as much as people think. So I'm quite happy. I know there was some messages or comments about how many miles per gallon are you getting. Now, I get about 30 miles per gallon, but to a tank, I think £100 is about 475 miles, around there. So it's been pretty good. I've had to put some AdBlue in, which is something you do with the modern diesel cars. I've had to do that, and it had done, 6,000 miles, and I added some more in, so I've done that. Steering wheel we spoke about, obviously it's very chunky. I wasn't sure at first, but like anything, you do a couple of weeks of driving and you get used to it, and actually I really like the steering wheel now, no problems at all. Driving position I had to change slightly for me. I felt the ride wasn't quite right, and I don't know if it's because I was too far away, so I moved forward, so I feel like I'm sitting right on top of the van now, and that feels really good actually. I feel in control, no hassle. So from an ownership experience, I feel really happy. The only thing I've found, it's a very wide car, and I had a little knock on the front and the wing mirror, because I think it's 2 meters wide, but I think the wing mirrors are extra, so it's a bit wider than you think, and the front arches obviously are out sort of 2 or 3 inches wider. So on here, when I'm looking at the vehicle, I think this is the end of the vehicle, but it's actually not. It's a lot wider there. So that has caused not a problem. I'm sort of trying to adjust my senses now to know that's there. In the back, yeah, everyone's been happy in there. The stereo is very good actually on here. I love how fast it is. You just plug it in, go. Bluetooth connects quickly. I know these are sort of little things, but on the Range Rover, everything's so slow or didn't work. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I think the problem I've got is I still really love the Range Rover, and my daughters have said you can't sell the Range Rover, so I don't know what to do with that now. Do I keep it anyway and use it at weekends? But I really like this. Other things to adjust, just obviously at junctions and that, I've actually found it easier than the Range Rover, but just swinging out, swinging in, I've got a good view on the side, so I'm happy with that. Reversing camera's been very good. Right, so let's go through sort of feel-good factor. I really like it. I really like it. I think I get a lot of good comments about it. Not that I'm worried anyway, but it feels good being in a van. I feel up high. I feel like people let you out. There's lots of nice things. When you're in a big Range Rover, sometimes it's not the greatest. The lights are really good. And that's something, because we're so darkening, with 4 o'clock it's dark, I think you need good lights. I've been really, really pleased with these. Really good. And I like the sort of LED fronts on them. So yeah, so first impressions are, yeah, I'm very happy. Am I going to keep it forever? Probably not. I know there's a hybrid one coming out that might be good. Oh, hybrid stuff. I was going to talk about that. You know, I've been really happy not having to plug in the car at night and take it off in the morning. Every morning I'd get in the car and forget to unplug it. Every morning, because it's on the front. Now, it is better, I think, on the front, but you just forget. When it's raining and you get in the car and you're all ready to go, and then you've got to get out, it's just a pain. And I've really enjoyed just being in what I call like a normal vehicle. We know where the fuels are going with this. We know Porsche got these e-fuels. These are going to happen. You know, it's not a case of it's not going to happen. It's going to happen. In Germany, they've overturned that you have to finish with diesel and petrol engines in 2035. That's been overturned. So they know e-fuels are on the way. And if there is something for this, it's just going to keep these going and going. But yeah, that's a quick first impression. I say I'm really happy at the moment. It's running well, large tank, fuel economy in that is pretty good. I don't feel like it's costing me a fortune to run, not at all. So 1,000 miles is probably a couple of £100. And I know the electric one will probably be cheaper, but in the scheme of things, it's not massive amounts of money. And electric vehicles are so expensive to buy in the first place. So I'll keep these videos running. I'm going to do another couple of weeks and then give you another update. But that's just a quick first impression. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. We really want to get there soon. See you again soon.